our mind through his mindfulness practice, loving kindness, and all the other the guidelines that we have, we can actually um, that kind of mind, that kind of trained mind through the Dhamma is um, naturally going to give us that protection. Protection means that we really don't fall into any of the negative things that happens in the world. It's not going to give us. It's not going to make us suffer. We become burden free. We become um, anger free. We become free of hate. We become free of uh, desires, attachments. So, hence, we become people who suffer less. And so, our amount of suffering is going to go down, and the quality of life is going to go up. And hence, that Dhamma protect us. So, Dhamma is not something that um, it's not like a person protect us, but just it protects us because we kind of build a certain kind of a lifestyle. And so it's all about a lifestyle. There are certain qualities that we have to um, practice: love, kindness, compassion, and giving, forgiving, and these things are really vital to have a balanced quality life. And so uh, this is what the purpose of Dhamma, and this is what we practice Dhamma. And also, Dhamma, the word Dhamma has a very broad meaning in Buddhist teachings, and Dhamma has been used um, in in so many different contexts. And uh, when when you see the word Dhamma in the Buddhist teachings, and there are so many books that we have in Buddhist teachings. I think it was like it's like 54 books that the Dhamma is written, and all those books are called Dhamma. Also, there are at times the Buddha used the word Dhamma to describe the nature, because the whole purpose of the Buddhist teachings is to realize or to recognize the true nature of um, the true nature of the reality. And so the word has a very broad meaning in that sense. And so it's really important to understand when we talk about Dhamma. Dhamma also can be it can be called for the mind too, because mind also a part of nature, and Dhamma can be called for Dham. We can be called Dhamma too because we are part of the nature. Because so you have to understand this word has a very broad range kind of meaning. So hence Dhamma, when it says Dhammapada, and so this is what is referring to, that it has so many layers, levels, and karma can be a Dhamma. And any sort of things that we talk about in Buddha's teachings, everything that we talk about can be fall under the um, the word Dhamma. And so that is what it means when we talk about Dhammapada. And so in this particular book that we talk about, that it's a lot about talking about uh, Dhamma, the mind. And so it naturally makes sense for us to um, think that in here, when they talk about Dhamma, that it's talking about the mind. And so mind also that part of Dhamma, because it's also the part of nature, because our whole purpose of this path and the practice and the mindfulness practice is to understand this nature of mind. And so Dhamma do has a very um, broad meaning to it. And so it's really important for us to understand the um, the significance of this word, because this is something that you're going to hear again and again in Buddhist teachings, because it's widely used, and also it does have that the very broad meaning to it. So when it's come to the teachings in Buddhist teachings, that there are things that we talk about: Four Noble Truths, and dependent origination, which is the causality, and then the Eightfold Path, and then the main core teachings. And these things are also introduced as Dhamma. And so, as you can see, the word Dhamma is used very widely. And so, the in Buddhist teachings, that when I talked about, there's 54 books that we have, and it's divided into sutra, which is there are pieces of teachings that has just geared towards certain purposes, and then it also divided into Vinaya. Vinaya means the disciplinary conducts, all the disciplines, and also there are there is a piece called Abhidhamma. Abhidhamma means Dhamma that actually go beyond, and it's just kind of beyond comprehension. And so that kind of teachings also. And so all these three things include in the word Dhamma. And so I just wanted to kind of give you an idea that the word Dhamma is used very broadly. And so it's really important to understand, when we talk about with the word Dhamma and Dhammapada, that it has a very a broad meaning, and it means that everything that we actually address in Buddhist teachings. And so I didn't want anybody to have a confusion about the book. And so, because when I use this word aid again and again, that's what it means. And so, um, so that's all I have the time for this week. And so I will hope to see you again with another episode next week. Thank you very much.